to Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. We're headed toward the backstretch of the season, Week 9, and we couldn't be more fired up about this clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the North Carolina Tar Heels and the Arizona State Sun Devils. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
If you haven't been to Tempe, Arizona to a college football game at Arizona State, it definitely should be on your bucket list. This is one of the most unique stadiums in all of college sports, built into the side of a mountain. You literally can go for a hike and watch the college football game. They have one of the most fun atmospheres in all of the stadiums, and they have built a concourse that is definitely worth a visit. A little club scene gets you going if you want to watch the Sun Devils. Guys?
All right, Holly. And the Tar Heels headed for the ball, and we are ready for action. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll run for it. It's Parker. Pass to 6. There he goes to the right. Inside the 40. Pass to 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown ASU.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The give to the single back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, but later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Rides to the back. Sees an alley. Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
On the move, he fires. Got a man. It's Miller. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
This coaching staff has really done a nice job marrying the play-action game to their running game. That looked like that was going to be a run. Everything in that play said they're running the ball downhill. At the last second, quarterback pulled the football, and he was able to complete the throw.
The Tar Heels are rolling down the field. Throwing, Mack. Short pass. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Offense just trying to get the ball to their receiver quickly out in space to the perimeter of the field. But how about the speed of the linebacker? Able to close and make that tackle. That's impressive.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. The run inside. It's Jackson. Makes him talk to the hand. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They
got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. And that is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Oh, and that ball just inches away from being in every highlight around the country. That was an absolute bomb. Just couldn't quite get it far enough.
Here comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Nowhere to go.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's got it on the right. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the 1st down marker. It's 4th down. A couple of yards short of the 1st down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. Changing the routes with his receivers. Raiola to throw for it on 4th. Hauls it in the 1st down and more. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Moving to his left. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his 1st sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
And the Sun Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Throwing Raiola. Makes the grab. It's Parker. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
3rd down coming up after the completion. Motion from the wide receiver. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Intercepted for the 11th time. The 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Tar Heels! And they turn it into a defensive score.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And, Dave, you know, it's funny. I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Wayshawn Parker. Bust through behind his pad. And he's got enough for the first down, and it'll be at the 35.
And that's the second time today, man. Like, you see, it looks like he's going in fast forward. He's got some jets, man. This guy can really, really move. This offense does such a nice job of finding creative ways to get him the football. And we've already seen it today. A couple of explosive plays, and they're going to continue to feature this young man.
They'll ride the hot hand. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. Here's a gift to Parker. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Here's Raiola to throw. Fires to the right. And that one's incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
They'll need a bunch on second down. On the play fake, Dylan Raiola. Buying a little time to his left. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
Man, that's frustrating. Defensively, you think you got the quarterback in the backfield, and he scrambles around, buys some time, and then throws a stripe and ends up making a big play. You thought you had him? Nope.
And the Sun Devils, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Quick give. It's Valentine.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Raiola from the gun on third down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Firing to the right, complete.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Tar Heels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Mack. Looking for a huge play. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Trying to establish the run. Here's a little room there. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll run him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, North Carolina!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And he's going to bring this one out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's Raiola to throw. Timed him perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Making the adjustment. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola on 3rd down. Right side, it's Napier. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Stopped right there.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
3rd and long right here. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Throws to the wideout. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Fields the punt. Makes a move. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. The hand to the running back. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. After the productive 1st down play at 2nd and 6. Austin Mack under pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Moves the pocket. It's Mack. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Ripping through the defense. He's stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Throwing Mack. Firing deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
This time on target. He's down at the 25-yard line, waning moments of the 1st half. It is a 1st down. Again, it's Mack. Unleashes one deep. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, UNC! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Looks like he's going to bring it out. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
And week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. Let's open things up with Coastal Carolina taking on the number 16 team, the Old Dominion Monarchs. And it's the Chanticleers sneaking out of here with an upset victory. And have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome. And that's now 5 straight victories. They've really been clicking on all cylinders at this point of the season. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Sunbelt.
Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
From the gun on third down, it's Mack. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. The defense set them up with a turnover and now to try to cash it in. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On the run, it's Valentine. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
It'd be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
Raiola. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Sun Devils! He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. He'll get rid of it. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
2nd and long here. They'll go play action with Mack. Buying time to his right. Trying to escape and get it himself. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, know when guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that.
Gonna take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Throwing Raiola. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's where I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Whistle sounds, but they get the timeout called just before the delay of game. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Direct snap. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
The Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Here's Raiola to throw. Out wide left, it's Napier. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Motion from the wideout. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And the Sun Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Here's Raiola to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Man, defenses are terrified of giving up that big play. I like the offense taking a shot down the field, showing the defense, like, listen, hey, you're going to have to guard this. You better start being worried about the deep ball. Now maybe I can take some shots underneath, and it might loosen that secondary up a bit.
Look out! On the run, fires downfield. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. He's changing the play. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Turning it on. Smashes him with the stiff arm. The 30. The 20. Touchdown Tar Heels. He ran through 2 men on his way to the end zone.
Well, we see the home run on offense, but defensively, we've got to do a better job tackling. You've got to get hats to the football, and then you've got to bring the ball carrier down. Poor fundamentals, poor tackling help lead to that long touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. 1 snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board.
Arizona State, 14.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Running to the left. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Right back to the well. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Looking for a big play. Upstairs to make the catch. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll go play action with Mack. Fires on the move. Out wide right, it's Miller. Shakes a man, and he might take off. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Mack unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Looking for running room. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Sets his feet. It's Mack. Oh, pressure's coming. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
We don't see this very much in college football anymore. Quarterbacks just taking care of their bodies and making smart decisions. Get down on the ground so you don't take one of these big hits from these nasty defensive players and just give yourself a chance to make it through the rest of this game.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Gets the back moving. Mack from the gun on 3rd down. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, North Carolina! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. Raiola. Left side is Washington. At the 40, there he goes. Makes a grab and room to run. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown ASU. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. He's running free down the middle. At the 30. Past the 10. He is in! Touchdown, UNC! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing Raiola. Rush is on. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception.